Alright, dudes, we're gonna talk about episode of Sabo real quick. Uh, yeah, and it's
So,
done.
nah. Well, we're reviewing. It's gonna be quick because, well, if you guys were expecting any new content, you that from the manga about Sabo or non-manga content to be added in, then you were sadly mistaken.
Yeah, pretty much.
Its sole purpose is, pretty much to hype up the relationship, the brotherly relationship.
Hmm.
So, and it recaps pretty much the Dressrosa arc because it's been going on for so long. It needs to be recapped because you might forget what's been going on.
That and the Three Brothers arc.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, here are my two things about, like, one, they had such good animation for this episode, and the episode was specifically tailored to recapping Dressrosa and the Three Brothers arc, with a little bit of extra with Sabo in it. Why can't they just do that for the actual show? Why can't why are they doing like lesser animation and then they're saving like good animation for a recap? That doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me.
I
Um,
mean, honestly, I thought they should have saved it for later in the arc
I'm with you. Yeah,
because, especially since they would have been able to show more of Sabo. Because, spoiler alert, at this point in the manga, we've learned more about Sabo's journey.
exactly.
So if they would have done it, say, after that part of the episode or that episode airs,
Hmm.
where you see Sabo's story told, you would have been able to include that as a part of the episode of Sabo.
Right.
And even if you did, it also made it a recap of the Dressrosa arc, it would have been useful because it at that point the Dressrosa arc would have been almost complete, and you would have been like, okay, so just before the last like episode or two before like before the last couple episodes, hey, let's just recap the last 2 years of your life.
Right.
So
And the second thing is I just don't understand why the episode was so hyped up and like I'm assuming some people knew it was going to be a recap because apparently most of the episodes are recaps, episode ofs, and so I don't understand why it was so hyped up and then it was like just a recap for the most part. I don't know.
yeah, it's just really, okay, retail. It's basically, uses newer animation, just recaps an arc, gives it with some new animation and maybe some added, different, slightly different scenes,
Hmm.
and it varies. Some of them have very different purposes, like you got to see, like in episode of Luffy, for example. I mean, it was the whole, it was recapping the his encounter with Shanks
Hmm.
during some filler events,
Right.
which was sort of interesting because you got to see post time skip Kobe
Uh
do
huh.
some stuff, but that was pretty much it. Whereas this one, it recapped the Three Brothers arc, Dressrosa arc, and just basically gave us the fan service of showing us more Sabo,
Hmm.
while at the same time giving, because it's a recap, they get to showcase some of the Straw Hats that haven't been around in a while.
Uh huh. Yeah.
So
I mean, I liked a lot of the content that like the new content that was like involving Sabo. I did like it because there was some cool stuff in there. I don't know.
of course I liked how there were some also some interesting moments that were like how like the fact that he sat there and didn't realize, like, he saw Luffy walk right by him and didn't
Yeah.
even know it was him. I thought that was funny.
Uh huh. Yeah, that was actually one of the better parts. Was actually the whole fight with Chinjiao when he was watching that,
Yeah, that was nice.
and he was like, "Yeah, Chinjiao's gonna win," and then all of a sudden he realized, oh
It's
crap,
Luffy.
it's Luffy. Yeah, that was actually kind of interesting. Like that was worthwhile. Like for me, that was worthwhile to watch because one, the Chinjiao fight was interesting, and two, there was like added meaning to the Chinjiao fight. So,
Yeah.
but showing like what's happening on Green Bit is like okay,
No.
what does this have to do with Sabo?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. But yeah,
Yeah. And I like how it ended off with, at the end
yes.
with the, him getting Ace's devil fruit.
Hmm.
And something that, the anime onlys wouldn't notice, but some of those stills at the end were of scenes that have yet to have been animated.
Hmm. Yep.
So look forward to that.
Yeah. Yeah. I
So
really liked the beginning and I really liked the end. That was something that they did really well. Is that the opening scene with Sabo with the cups and then him using Hiken at the end was really cool.
mm,
Yeah. So I don't know. I
that's
guess
pretty much it.
that's pretty much it. Um,
Mhm.
for a recap, it was decent. Um, but I was expecting more because I hadn't seen any of the episode ofs, so I didn't know what to expect. And everybody was hyping the shit out of it. Oh, it's coming out.
Because people wanted what they weren't gonna get.
Yeah, pretty much. So I got caught up in that hype, and so when it came out on like Sunday or whatever, I'm like, oh, I'm watching this shit.
Yeah, but however, there is some good news though about it. Even though for some reason it wasn't on, I mean, it didn't showcase when I watched it on Funimation's website, but apparently at the end they did there was supposedly a promo announcing a new One Piece movie for next year.
Oh, interesting.
And guess what? It makes me very curious because the last One Piece movie, Film Z, came out before Battle of Gods,
Uh huh.
Resurrection F, Naruto the Last, and Boruto, all of which
Oh
have
shit.
been released in theaters in America.
Mhm.
So, does this mean One Piece is going to get an opportunity to release one of its movies in America in American theaters?
They gotta do it. They gotta do it.
Especially since now we've been in a time skip for a decent amount of time, and we might get really, especially if it's as good as like Film Z and Strong World have been
Hmm.
was. Oh my god! And this will be post animation. It'll be post Dressrosa in the anime.
Yeah.
So, oh my god! I can just already imagine if Luffy gets to use what
Oh yeah.
in the movie,
Seeing
which
that
you
shit in
obviously
theaters.
for you manga readers you would know.
Yeah, but anime only viewers, you got something to look forward to.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
lots and lots of people taking a shit. No, I'm just kidding. But no, all right. So
Yeah.
there were positives, there were negatives,
Hmm.
but overall it was